Great rebounding teams tonight here, Chris. You averaged 13 rebounds a game one season. You had a lot of seasons like that, actually. What's the key to controlling the glass the right way?
You know what? It's just two things: desire and effort. You can go with the techniques of boxing out. You can go with the techniques of face guarding. You can communicate. You can do a lot of things. But when it comes down to it, a lot of times it's who just wants that ball more.
I love that. Desire and effort. That's a good answer. So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. The 76ers shooting their first free throw tonight.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
One shot.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Now here's VanVleet. The pass to Siakam. Good D by Embiid. As you're talking about the Philly fans, they were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
Shot clock at 6. Puts it up from 15. The shot is good off the backboard.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
VanVleet kicks to Anunoby. Softly drops in the floater.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Harris outside. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Horford. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Now, look, you can't forget about Horford. I mean, especially from the mid-range area where he gets it done.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Simmons. For the finish, and Simmons slams it in.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now here's VanVleet. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Here's Lowry. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
On the wing, Harris. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Chris, one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. And they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learning from a great how to get buckets.
First one falls for him.
I mean, you look at the all-around game of Harris, he's even been good from the free throw line.
And Harris drops them both. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lowry against Simmons. The 3. The shot by Lowry, no good. The 76ers leading by 7. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. Hey, look, he knows they've got great shooters who can score from anywhere in distance. He thinks his team can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the league there. And he won't be pulling back the reins even if they start missing a few. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Always want to get those threes falling consistently. Here's Siakam. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Here's Lowry. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Utah Jazz.
Not to mention his defense. I mean, he was a terror. He came away with 3 steals and caused a whole lot of headaches.
And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Simmons against Lowry. Simmons inside.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. It's stolen by Lowry. Now here's VanVleet, guarded by Horford. VanVleet can't get it to go.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Now here is Harris. His last outing, he had 24 points. Here's Horford. Simmons trying to get open. The 76ers with another miss.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Siakam misses. The 76ers leading by 9. Richardson gets a wide open look. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Anunoby. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Ibaka, no luck. Harris looking it over. No good that time. And Toronto will come the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Yeah, if you can be that much better on the glass, you're going to win the game.
The 76ers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of their core group tonight.
Racking up the points down low, well, that's exactly what these guys have done this season. Check out the top-scoring big men in the NBA. Siakam third.
You know, there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively. Face up or back to the basket, they can get it done.
Yeah, Greg. I mean, the collection of post moves these young big fellas have is unreal. I'd say some of the most unstoppable moves in the game today.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Anunoby passes to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Philadelphia leading by 5. Pass to Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Embiid. Over Lowry. Horford trying to free himself up. The 76ers with another miss. Raptors trail by 5. Back to Lowry. Pass to Ibaka. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Simmons finds Harris. Down low. Unloads from 13. The rebound by Ibaka.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
Back to Lowry. Launches a 3. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 5. The pass to Harris. To end the drought, a new 14 for the 76ers. They shoot again. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there. He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
Shots good by Simmons. Here's Siakam. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah. And stolen by Horford. Harris outside. Dishes it to Simmons. Back to Harris. They grab their own miss.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
And the Raptors miss again. Philadelphia leading by 7. To the paint, and stolen by Siakam. Van Vliet with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. And the shot goes in. Lowry's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Outside for Simmons. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in.
Timeout.
Simmons got 9.
Oh, this first quarter couldn't be going much better for him. 4 for 5 from the field to get things cracking.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. From a pure entertainment standpoint, who's a player that you think is must-watch TV?
Oh, man, you got to go Curry, Lillard, Harden, Giannis, Embiid, Simmons. I mean, you could just keep going. Let's go Lou Will off the bench. Let's even go defensively. You can even go Patrick Beverly. So many guys that is just so much fun to watch play. Must-see TV.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Ben Simmons. 1st in steals, 5th in assists, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And as you said, number 1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Simmons passes to Thibault. Back to Simmons. Clock at 6. There's the dish to Embiid, and Gasol sends it back.
You got to be wary of Gasol. I mean, he's good at using his length to turn away shots.
Gets one to fall, but only his 2nd make in the first 7 attempts.
Simmons against Davis. teardrop shot, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Embiid. Toronto shooting their first free throws of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And the first one at the line is good. Burks, he's checked in for the 76ers. And both free throws good for Davis.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Here's Thibault. And Gasol sends it back. High arcing shot and the layup by Powell.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Philadelphia leading by 5. Here's Thibault. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Works for 3. No good. Shot missing. Toronto's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Powell dishes to Davis. Inside. Second chance shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
For Toronto, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Embiid, the pass to Burks. Over Davis. That one doesn't drop, so the Raptors will take it the other way. He kicks to Powell. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And Davis wide open. He shoots, and he's good on the 3 ball. Davis has got 5. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the 76ers.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Philadelphia shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
You got this, baby, yeah.
Free throw good, Burks. And Burks hits 2 free throws. Davis with it. 5 points in the game. 16 feet away. Gasol, that's a 2-pointer. And it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. 76ers lead by 3. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Al Horford provided some insight on why he decided to sign with Philadelphia.
What put me over the edge to make this switch is just the depth that I saw with this team. It's an up-and-coming young team that we have a chance to be good for many, many years, and it was something I wanted to be a part of.
Playing for a historic franchise, Greg, they've got, of course, the great fan support, great history, something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth, they have a chance to be good for a long time.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Well, governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay, I mean, that's what has them in the lead after one.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Korkmaz. Embiid is out there with Scott. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Thibault in at the 2.
Yeah, he went from not even playing basketball to the number 3 pick in a matter of just 4 years. As Joel Embiid puts it, his life is a movie.
Now here's Davis. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Gasol. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Gasol's got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
Stepping out to the mid-range takes Gasol a little outside his comfort zone, but as we see here, that's not to say he can't get it done.
Here's Thibault. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Drills the three-pointer. And the NBA veteran Luc Mbah a Moute hosts a camp every summer in Cameroon. He basically was forced to attend it. And the rest, Chris, is history.
Yeah, 16 years old when he moved to the U.S. He didn't speak English. He was getting teased and bullied. They laughed him out the gym. And that's when his competitive nature took over and carried him to greatness. Hope he's laughing now.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level. His determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. Now Powell. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. 4 on the clock. And again, it's Toronto converting.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pass to Embiid. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. That's now 8 points for Joel Embiid.
He's near automatic from this range. Embiid, he's just an overpowering presence. He can shoulder an offense.
Now the pass to Powell. The feed now to Gasol. Got it. Good job in the low post. Gasol's got the lead, back up to 1 now for the Raptors.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Embiid, the pass to Milton. Floats one, and the layup is up and in. Milton's got his first basket of the night. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now here's Powell. To the wing on the left. Here's Gasol. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that will be the third of 5 straight played at home.
That's just a product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Raptors trail by 3. Powell, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Now here's Powell. He's covered closely. Boucher, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Pass to Milton. Burks against Davis. Poked away, and so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. And now, a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Monday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And looking at the Hornets matchup, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
Al Horford is checked in for the 76ers. Tobias Harris comes in for Mike Scott. Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Kyle Lowry comes in for Hollis Jefferson. So here's Burks. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. And the 76ers lead by 3. Lowry against Robinson. Outside Lowry. Here's Gasol. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you see how tough Gasol is. I mean, he has no issue with physical play.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. And if anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Two.
The first one falls. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
and you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
And so Marc Gasol nails both of them. Chris, you were a tremendous passer. One of my favorites. Are there more playmaking bigs in the NBA now than back in the day?
That's a good question. I don't know if there are more, but I tell you what, there are some exciting ones. And if you guys don't believe me, just turn on the TV and go watch the Nuggets play. There's a man called the Joker, Jokic. Oh, my goodness, can he pass that ball?
He can.
He and Horford
right
now, oh, man, 2 of my favorite passers in the game.
Philadelphia shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Richardson. 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Come on, you can hit this.
That free throw, no good. The 76ers making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. And Toronto also making a switch. Ibaka is checked in. And he's good on the second. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Raptors. Trailing by 2. Siakam outside. Back to Lowry. 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. Simmons with the defensive effort. Here's the lob for Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Van Vliet looking around. Pass to Anunoby. Siakam outside. To the middle. Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, just the length and explosiveness. Ibaka is a true force at the rim.
Lowry against Simmons. Kicks it out to Richardson. A three ball. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Richardson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Here's Lowry. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Oh, yeah, difficult finish, but if you expected him to back down, you better think again.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Harris, no good.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Harris.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
This is his first free throw of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
And he makes the first. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016, now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
No good from Simmons. The Raptors have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Puts it up from 12, and Siakam with the basket on the assist by Lowry. Siakam's got the lead up to 2 now for Toronto. And Simmons kicks to Robinson. Back to Simmons. Horford against Ibaka. And here's Harris from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Van Vliet finds Lowry. Back to Van Vliet. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. To the paint, here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
I mean, that's too easy for Simmons. I mean, the closer he gets to the bucket, the more dangerous he is.
Horford against Siakam. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Simmons dishes to Robinson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Robinson's got his first basket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Anunoby passes to Lowry. And it's blocked by Simmons.
But the reach of Simmons, I mean, coming into play on these blocks, you got to be careful shooting around this guy.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Richardson, no luck. Raptors trail by 3. To the left wing. From downtown. Connects from three-point range. Van Vliet's got 5.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Simmons. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Robinson down low. Again, Philadelphia.
Wow, I'm surprised he took that shot, but he has a huge size disadvantage in that matchup. But tremendous job to knock that one down.
Siakam with it, picked up by Harris. Siakam misses.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Richardson the pass to Simmons. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Siakam. Since the break, he's been simply stellar, averaging about 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
Yeah, he's willing to take on the scoring load, and he's more than capable of delivering.
Outside, Simmons. With the hook shot. Again, Philadelphia.
Such an impressive athlete. The way Simmons moves on the drive is so natural and under control.
And so Lowry will bring it up for Toronto. 4-point game. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Anunoby. Pass to Siakam. Van Vliet with it. That shot off the mark. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Down low. Richardson against Ibaka. Back to Harris. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Now it's a 6-point Philadelphia lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Over Simmons. And it's off the back rim. No good.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
The pass to Horford. He dishes it to Simmons. Knocked away. It's stolen by Ibaka.
Pick up the pace. Get the 2 for 1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
Here's Harris after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Top of the key. No good on that one.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. 76ers ahead, up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, their success was largely about second-chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
They played some solid team basketball, Ernie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit. They got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
Yeah, Jay, he was very creative in how he orchestrated the offense.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center. Harris misses. Raptors trail by 4. Siakam outside. Out to the wing. The three-pointer no good. And for the 76ers, they're shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Harris passes to Simmons. Harris against Lowry. Shoots from 14. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Oh, what a night for Tobias Harris, and he's capable of doing this. When he's right, he can carry an offense.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Simmons against Lowry. Outside, Simmons. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Playing to his strengths on the offensive end. Simmons, I mean, an added bonus whenever he catches fire.
Siakam kicks to Ibaka. And stolen by Simmons. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And he gets it to go. And now an 8-point Philadelphia lead.
Oh, the physicality of Simmons on display. Showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
Here's Siakam. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Embiid. Richardson left side. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger-happy with that aspect, coach first, and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job, okay. We don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. And he makes the first but misses the second.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Anunoby.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
Simmons passes to Horford. Back to Simmons. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Good for his 9th make and just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Lowry from outside. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And stolen by Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 19. Second chance shot, and they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
What energy from Embiid. He brings a ton of intensity on the glass.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight. in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Oh, yeah, Cal. And there's no question, when Embiid is healthy, he's a problem. I mean, a versatile, confident big man with a high ceiling.
Now here's Davis. He has 5. Here's Lowry. No good on that one. Simmons with the defensive effort.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Powell, no one around him. His 3-pointers off the mark. The 76ers leading by 10. Here's Thibault. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And while we can, let's check on the leading distributors at the point guard position in the second half of the season. Number 5, Kyle Lowry.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
Well, it's fun to watch these guys in action. Their creativity, the vision they have. It's point guard play at its best.
That one is off. Scotty's checked in for Al Horford. And the Raptors also making a change. Boucher is checked in. Good on the second free throw. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Raptors. They trail by 11. Kicks to Gasol. Good D by Embiid.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Now here's Simmons after the Marc Gasol miss. Korkmaz passes to Simmons. Back to Korkmaz. Clock is at 3. Here's Scott. Another miss by Philadelphia. Raptors trail by 11. And here is Powell. Lowry finds Gasol. Here's Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. Alec Burks checked in for Philadelphia. And he sinks the second. The 76ers leading by 10. Here's Thibault. Pass to Burks. To the inside. Here's Embiid. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Marc Gasol.
Very difficult to deal with inside. I mean, once Embiid gets the positioning he wants, you almost have to foul him.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
The first free throw is good. As it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league could find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
One shot.
Raptors trail by 15. Outside Lowry. He feeds it to Gasol. And the rejection by Embiid.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And that one, good. And the 76ers lead by 17.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Toronto calls timeout.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
And the Raptors making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Davis, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Will it go? This all no good. Philadelphia leading by 17. Here's Thibault. Outside, Scott. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Marc Gasol.
At the line for 2.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
You got it.
And the first one drops. That one is no good. Raptors trail by 18. Here's Davis, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Gasol. Averaging about 7 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
6 on the shot clock. Passes to Powell to halt the run. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
And let's take this chance to break out the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and the list of the league's leading teams in steals. The Raptors in second.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
He's off on the first. And Philadelphia making a change here. Milton's checked in. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Gasol trying to free himself up. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
Now here's Powell. He's guarded closely. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Davis. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Philadelphia leading by 18. Milton the pass to Burks. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Raptors have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the 76ers. And the pass to Korkmaz. Here's Thibault. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
Come on, you can hit this.
And he makes the first. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Raptors trail by 17. Davis with it. He's got 6. Left side Gasol. Good D by Embiid. For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Marc doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis. Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Powell. Goes back up. Can't hit that one. Good D by Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 19. Hilton the pass to Burks. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's his second personal foul.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here.
Alec Burks taking 2 shots.
2.
The first one falls. Harris is checked in for the 76ers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Raptors. And Burks hits 2 free throws. Raptors trail by 21. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Powell. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And Embiid with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Richardson, he's checked in for Korkmaz. The Raptors also with a sub. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Davis. Just 4 to shoot. VanVleet finds Hollis Jefferson from deep three-point range, and Joel Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers leading by 21. Richardson attacking, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
The Raptors shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Now Powell. Dishes it to Ibaka. Count it. Ibaka's got his second bucket.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Here's Milton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Stolen by VanVleet. They get it again. Hollis Jefferson. And the rejection by Embiid. Now, here's Richardson. He's got 8. Passes it to Harris. Shoots over VanVleet. Almost, but it rolls out. And here are the Raptors now. 1:12 left here in the third quarter. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Burks covering. 5 to shoot. Pass to Powell. From deep. He can't get that one to fall. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Here's Harris. And it's good for 2. Harris has got 15 points.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
The pass to Gasol. Looking to end his cold spell. The dive for the ball. And the shot is long.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And so VanVleet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 17 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. The dish now to Gasol. Trying to get open is Ibaka. No good from Gasol.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Tobias Harris is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Robinson, and it's Neto in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Ibaka down low. Harris is there. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Harris.
One of the best free throw shooting bigs in the league, but that wasn't always the case for Ibaka. He has put in a ton of work.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated with constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media's going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said. Here's Thomas, and O'Quinn sends it back, and they get it back.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Right side, Scott. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Johnson. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. McCaw kicks to Ibaka. Over O'Quinn. Ibaka, no luck. And for the 76ers, they're shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. O'Quinn trying to free himself up. Neto can't get it to go. The Raptors shooting a low 30% right now, an ugly offensive performance. Fourth quarter now, we're about a minute and a half in. Puts it up from 12, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Philadelphia gets called for the foul.
Extremely well put together in terms of body coordination. Ibaka pump fakes under control, then draws the foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops from Ibaka. Chris, regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic, even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories. Whether you're talking about the Vlade Divas or the Sabos that came into the game, and even you can go to Marshall Lonis, Dirk Nowitzki. Yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they can make the way. But the mistake would be is thinking just because someone lives close to them, they would have the game of a Dirk Nowitzki, and that's not true. So you need to do your due diligence, but I think European players have already proved the type of heart, skill set, and mindset that they come to this game with, which is at the top.
Thomas passes to Ibaka. Offline from the top of the key.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Serge Ibaka pulls it in. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Toronto. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, this is low output for both teams. This is ugly. The defense is having their way so far.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. McCaw, the pass to Ibaka, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the defender overcommits a little bit. Ibaka, too quick for him on that move, earns a trip to the line.
And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better in different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, you got your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Neto surveying the floor. Pass to Scott. The 11-footer. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's McCaw. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Outside Thomas. From outside the arc. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass.
Here's Neto. Pass to Milton. There's the pass to Scott. Another shot, and stolen by Thomas. Pass to McCaw. Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there in Bucks land. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. The same, you got to go to Embiid, Porzingis, and we already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time on to your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters, and now big men, they got a little more room out there.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Boucher is checked in. Davis is subbed in for Rondé and Hollis Jefferson. Pulls up. The 76ers again can't hit it.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And the basket by Johnson.
Even when the D is roughing Johnson up just a little bit, he still finishes the job in style. I love seeing him muscle through these challenges.
Here's O'Quinn shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his second.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
At the line for your 76ers, Kyle O'Quinn. At the line for 2.
Two.
And he knocks down the first one. More star players changing teams. The word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
You know what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But again, how do you stop it? I mean, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You got to let me say that. And if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working through with integrity.
Gasol with it. Working on O'Quinn. And it's blocked by O'Quinn. Simmons on the wing. Now recovering. And that one's good. Simmons.
Embracing the physicality of the game. Simmons, he's used to getting knocked around a bit on the way up, but he's okay.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And that one's good by Davis.
Look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
And Simmons kicks to Korkmaz. O'Quinn the pass to Simmons. Gets himself open and drills it. Simmons got 10 points here in the second half.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Lowry passes to Anunoby. Back to Lowry. With some arc, and O'Quinn sends it back.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Thibault. And a miss there on the triple.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team, that they have the lead anyway.
Lowry against Simmons. Here's Gasol, and it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Horford, and it's blocked. Lowry against Simmons, and Siakam throws it down.
And that's what makes Lowry a great floor leader, just unselfish in his attitude and great awareness of how to keep his teammates involved.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Outside Lowry. Here's Gasol. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. O'Quinn's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
No good from Simmons.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Passes it to Horford. Here's Thibault. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Chris, we read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball Africa League. Africa, stand up, baby.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Burks comes in for Korkmaz. And Raul Neto's subbed in for Simmons. And he's good on the second. The Raptors shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Here's McCall. Siakam outside. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other five in the league.
Scott the pass to Thibault. One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union: prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
Shots good by Boucher.
Well, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Simmons passes to Harris. And here's Richardson. Outside, Simmons. Richardson with it. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Anunoby. Richardson's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Siakam, he scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Toronto.
In for the Raptors, Serge Ibaka.
Simmons on the wing. Lowry covering. And the rejection by Lowry. Pass to Anunoby. Over Simmons. And it's blocked by Simmons. And there's 1:45 left to play in the final quarter. Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019. Letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that were in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Mike Scott comes in for Al Horford. Burks, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Raul Neto's subbed in for Tobias Harris. Both shots good from the stripe.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the 76ers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ben Simmons.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And the first one at the line is good. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, get the money, but what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see, and if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. C-Web, excellent. Here's McCaw. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Unable to get that one. Simmons with the defensive effort. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. He kicks it to Burks. The pass to O'Quinn. Over Thomas. The 76ers again can't hit it. And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Oh, man, just sick. The leaping skills of Johnson, really demonstrating exceptional athleticism on the dunk.
And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. Here's Neto. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.